G'day there guys, it is Kwakaman here and I am out on my quacker on the 1st of June, which is a cloudy day here in Adelaide. No rain forecast, so what better time to get out on the bike and put some rego on it. It had run out after a couple of weeks of inactivity and I've had other things on my agenda, so I apologise, I haven't had anything up for a while, so if you've been hanging out for a bit of the quackers, well, you know, you've got some today, alright, so fear not. Anyway, I'm just at the back of Bridgewater Harndorf, sort of mile triangle, and I've just come down this hill here in stealth mode. I've had it in neutral, and I'm not going to engage gear until I get down here a little bit further. There's a couple of water crossings coming up, and yeah, I'm just sort of all about keeping it quiet these days, man. You know, I don't want to draw attention unwantingly to myself. Because, you know, it's quiet in these parts and you get a loud motorcycle coming through and could stir up bloody, you know, people's pets and livestock and wildlife, and not to mention the residents who might get annoyed at people coming through and messing up their roads and, you know, rutting up their roads. But it doesn't look like there's been too many through here. This water here is clear as a bell. Look at that. That is so clear. So, you know, you can see I went through there nice and gingerly. I mean, to be honest, man, I'm not all about, you know, the big splashes and the fucking mud going everywhere all over me, because, man, it ends up on your camera lens, ends up on your visor. You know, you've got to clean your bike when you get home. You've got to wash your fucking pants. You've got to clean your boots, all that sort of shit. Today I got home and I was, like, cleaner than I had been on a sort of dusty day ride, if you know what I mean. These dusty day rides, man, like you just get dust in every fucking orifice, you know, like it's seriously everywhere, and it puts a thin layer over everything, so it looks filthy. My bike is sitting in the garage now, basically just with a few splash marks on it, you know, and I think I had like a little bit of mud on my boots, fucking sweet fuck all, basically. So, yeah, no, it's all good, but just out here in amongst the Bridgewater Mile or sort of Harndorf triangle area, and looking to head out towards Gumaraka, in fact, because yeah, I do like that sort of dirt road that goes up through there, and there was a little bit of a bit off the side that I hadn't explored yet, so there's some new roads I want to go and explore, basically. We'll just slow down a bit here and don't freak out the sheep, say good day, and don't ride like a dickhead, basically. Gotta ride respectfully, man. Anyway, yeah, I just sort of ended up going down all these roads that I've never even been on, and with laneways like this, which was literally like 400 metres, and then you had to turn around and come back. But you know, not every road says no through road on it, so why not have a crack, you know? I mean, these buildings are awesome, isn't it? If that was England, like that would be a pub there, you know, like there's that many pubs in England like that out in the countryside, which is bloody awesome. Probably not a good idea unless they serve non-alcoholic beer. But yeah, nice to go riding around there one of these days. Might have to put that on the old bucket list. It's quite picturesque, you know, a bit like this here, really. I mean, with this nice permapine sort of fence. What do you want to call that? It's almost like a ranchy kind of, I wouldn't call it a picket fence. It's done well. It's yeah, it's quite a feat of craftsmanship, really, when you think about it. Most people just got these crappy fucking, you know, wire fences with star droppers or some kind of shit like that, but not to worry. I mean, how good does this countryside look, man? Seriously, when you've got those rolling fields of green, yeah, I just think there's nothing better, to be honest. Some people like the desert, you know, with all the rolling sand dunes and stuff. I mean, that could be majestic, I guess, but I think the green countryside, this time of year is the best time of year to go riding, providing it's not too sloshy, because it's just, there's no dust, you're not going to overheat and get hot, right? So you can stay nice and toasty if you're wearing the right amount of gear, which I was today, in fact. I had bloody long johns on, and then my bike pants and my boots on top of that with my knee guards, so you know, my sort of legs are pretty much sorted. I had a t-shirt with a sort of long sleeve bamboo kind of thermal thingy underneath that, and then my jacket, my bike jacket, which is that blue one I've been wearing lately, dry rider alpine or some shit. It's got an inner liner which is nice and tasty, so yeah, kept nice and warm today. Gloves weren't too bad. I could feel the extremities of my fingers getting slightly cool, but it was not anything to worry about or cold. I just noticed when I took my gloves off and I went to go and fiddle with shit, you know, you could just feel, oh, this feels a bit cold, you know. But yeah, I think if I had heated grips like Mr. Carly, yeah, that'd be awesome. And I've got some in the garage, man. That's the thing. I've got some. I've never got around to fitting them to a bike. I've had about 4 bikes since I've had these bloody heated grips, and I've just never put them onto a bike. But I guess I should, because people swear by them. And for this time of year, it'd be bloody awesome. I think the thing is, I've got to just make sure that the length is cut correctly, because you know I've got like the bike busters and stuff and all that. So yeah, there's a bit of mucking around to do it, but it can be done. But it's sort of like, you know, once you take the old one off and you cut that, because it's like stuck onto the handlebars, you know, with like glue and shit. Like once you sort of wreck that, to me, it's sort of, you can't just go putting that back on. You know, it's all. I don't know, I've ridden motorbikes before when you felt the handle grips and they've just been, you know, squishy and I don't like that. It's got to be done properly. So that's the thing. As long as I do it properly, it's all good. I reckon that'll be great in this weather. But yeah. But there's the countryside around here, eh? Isn't it fucking amazing? I just really love this kind of environment. It is totally my scene. You can forget about your fucking cruising down the bloody high streets, you know, bloody Hindley Street or down Glenelg and, you know, and all that kind of crap. Fucking, nah. This is the shit right here. All right, you're out amongst it. It's just you and nature, man, and your bike. And I can't think of anything better, to be honest. You know, you're at your own little adventure, in your own little world, and yeah, you've got all this lovely views. I mean, it's fresh air and all that sort of stuff, so really, really nice. But anyway, what we should probably do is quit the jibber jabber and maybe catch you up when we get a little bit closer, to at least towards Cuddly Creek. Yeah? How's that sound? We'll catch you then. Yeah, so it's not a little bad road coming through there. It's there was some quarry up there on the left, so I'm not sure what quarry that was, but it was they had big piles of like this road-based kind of looking stuff. So yeah, it was like a grey, is that dolomite or something like that? Yeah, but this is the quarry here on the left. So the entrance there's a couple of dudes working there doing some shit. Yeah, so I don't know what that's all about, but anyhow. Oh, this little road up here, switching back, I thought I was going to have a crack at that. That looks pretty cool. This big lake here and nice little hairpin back around there. I could see it up on the side there. It was going up over this hill, but that in fact turned out to be somebody's driveway, and this ended up being a dead end. But it was, you know, it was quite a nice little road there for 400 or 500 metres, I guess. It's the kind of thing you'd like to try and find more of, you know, and just sort of cruise through. Yeah, there's that. See that? That's the driveway there on the right. So this is the one less trodden, and yeah, it's just if you can find ones like that, that's what I like to find anyway. You know, it's exclusive. Bloody beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Look at the colours. I mean, this time of year, man, like I say, it's just bloody awesome. Green and gold, dead ends, gates, boom.
He seems fit enough. Have him report to me in Istanbul in 24 hours.
Rightio, so we're just coming down Cuddly Creek Road now. We've come out of Loberthal and we're about to turn onto Langley Road, which is basically a dirt road. You can sort of like meander your way through to Gummaraka on. You take a couple other roads to get there, but yeah, it's a nice picturesque kind of view. You know, it's nothing special road-wise, but it's I just think that the views are bloody magnificent, mate. It's a really nice countryside. So let you enjoy the views. We'll try not to get too close to this car in front. Hopefully they turn off and let us pass at some stage. Good, finally they've turned off. So we can go a little bit faster, but yeah, I'm only probably doing about 50 max through here. It's quite narrow, so you just got to be careful of oncoming traffic, obviously. But look at those hills, man, and the green, and then there's that track that runs all the way around, like on the right there, you can see that cutting through. Not sure if that's just made by animals or if it's actually like a little track for a, you know, motorbike or like a farm cart of some description or something or other, tractor perhaps. But there's like a little bit of a gully, a bit of a valley, there's like a creek running through the left there, and just the air just has that awesome smell, you know, it's just trees and wet bark and just that really earthy kind of smell that you just sort of go, yeah, this is ground zero, man. I mean, it's just so lush and green, man. It's like a, you know, it's like you're riding through a massive kind of field of energy and you're sort of sucking it up. I mean, when you think about it, man, all these trees and all the grass, it's basically storing energy from the sun in that, you know. And as you're riding through there, man, I reckon it's sort of rubbing off on you. I don't know, it energizes me anyway. So, you know, in a metaphoric kind of way, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's one of my favourite little roads through the hills. Gets a little bit damp and dank at a certain... So is it just this spot here, perhaps? You can see, yeah, there's a bit sort of clay on the road. And you can really tell where the water soaks in. You can just feel the temperature drop and that humidity in the air, you know. It's just a lot more sort of thicker and all that. But once you're up on top of here, mate, all these roads are all good. They're actually probably in better condition now than they are when it's dry, because there's no real... Well, there's a bit of loose stuff, but it's not massively loose. So in actual fact, I think I've actually got better grip in these conditions than I would in a absolutely sort of dry condition. Like, this is sort of damp and compact. It really does give you a fair amount of grip, I find. Oh, there goes a bunny rabbit. Seen a few of those actually out today. I've seen a couple of deer earlier. Actually, I don't think I put that on film here for you, but anyway, that was up around the Formby Road area. And I go down Formby Road all the time, so I thought, no, I'm not going to show you any of that footage. So yeah, coming up shortly, I think there was a vehicle that I get quite close to coming around a left-hander. It wasn't too bad because I was taking it easy and the car was driving pretty easy, and we had a bit of room between us. Was it just here? There we go. There we go. Plenty of room. Bloody lovely. This bloke here, he's waving me through. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out here now, mate. You come through. All good. Yep, jolly good. But yeah, you don't often come across too many vehicles on these roads. It's the first time I've actually come across vehicles on this road. But yeah. Pays just to, you know, drive easy, and you know, if I was fanging around that corner, mate, I probably would have ended up in that car there. So heed my words, boy. Well, normally I would turn right here, but that takes you into Gummeraka. This time I'm going straight ahead. I want to see where this ends up taking me. So I hadn't been down it before. Well, I can't remember going down it. So yeah, thought I'd go and have a squiz at that. Oh, I see all these fruit on the left here. There's a big, massive bloody fruit here, right? I don't know what they are, but they fall from trees, I reckon. Very similar to what Taryn saw at Adelaide, what is it, Botanical Gardens. They had a bloody walkway roped off saying no entry because of danger of falling fruit. So, they didn't look like paddy melons to me. So, anyway, I don't know. But look at this. Once again, magnificent countryside. You've just got, like, glades of green, man. It's just, like, beautiful. Love it. I would just love to be able to ride, like, 100 Ks of just this all day. One way, and then stop, do what I've got to do, have lunch, turn around, and then come back the same route, even if I had to. Like, I guess if you lived in the US or something like that, like through the Midwest or whatever it is, you probably just find heaps and heaps of this stuff, and you could ride from one side of the country to the other, and see a lot of this kind of thing. But in Australia, man, soon as you get out past, well, over the other side of the hills here, man, basically, once you get out to where I was with Ian the other week, it all gets pretty arid. There's a lot of, sort of plains with just sand and shit, but the hills, with the vineyards and the rolling countryside, as I like to call it, you just, there's not that much of it, man. So, lap it up while you can. Okay, so Mount Crawford Forest is up here on the left, and I've just stumbled across this little road that goes inside there. I've never been in here, so let's go and have a bit of an exploration, eh? So you can see there's like a track on the right there as well as the road. Now, the sign back there did say that vehicles must remain on the road. To me, that looks like a dual track, like as if, a vehicle can go on there or has been on there. I guess people do every now and again go on there, but it's probably more so for, pedestrians and maybe cyclists and that kind of stuff. But I'll stick to the road anyway. And yeah, I'm just happy to be inside a bloody forestry area. It's pretty rare, man, that you can do that these days, especially around the Adelaide area. Where I am down south, man, a lot of it's locked down. I mean, this is similar to Kaipo. There's roads like this that go through Kaipo as well. So I probably shouldn't get too excited, but there's still a lot of gated roads off to the side of this as you go through, as you will see. But yeah, it's somewhere new for me, mate, so that was good. Quite enjoyed coming out here. So I'm going to stop up here somewhere for a bit of lunch, and after lunch, we'll see if we can find a... see, I should have went up there. That looked right. Could have gone up to the right there, perhaps. But yeah, I'll see what I can find after lunch. I'll probably start heading back home, but I'll try and, deviate through as many dirt roads as I can find, basically. So anyway, we'll see if we can catch up at the lunch spot.
His lips got
yeah, so I'm just trying to scout out somewhere to pull over and fire up the Bunsen burner. That spot there doesn't look too bad. So this first spot here looked like a bit of a cesspit. There's an old tyre in there and shit like that. I thought, this looks a bit rank. So we just cut back through here, and I reckon just over the left. There's a nice little spot. Oh, they say vehicles keep to the roads, but this looks like people might come here every now and again. So just enough out the way for me from the main road. Right, guys, take two. Previous video I did
chopped the top of my head off. So I've angled the phone up a bit. Tried using the GoPro. The silly thing's got a mind of its own, mate. I'm telling you, the GoPro Hero 7 Black, it gives me nothing but grief. I don't know if it's just my particular model, if it's just the way they go, but with that Session 4 Hero, I used to always just wear that on the helmet. Was always hooked up to power. Would never have an issue. Press play, thing comes on, never goes flat. This thing here doesn't want to charge half the time, doesn't want to play half the time, or doesn't want to record half the time. It's just, yeah, forget about it. Anyway, what I'm doing here is doing some shit easy cooking, like shit even easier cooking. Some prawn and chicken noodles for lunch. I've got me a, this is a non-alcoholic lager beer. Klaus Halle, I think it's called. Premium low alcohol lager. It's very nice, very tasty. Drink a shitload of them. You don't get drunk because they're less than 0.5%, so it's, yeah, bugger all. So yeah, got the old Bunsen burner going. Oh, it's been good to get out, mate. Like, it's been bloody, can I sit down here? There's a lot of animal shit around. Might get a bit wet on the arse, eh? Let me see if I can find a bag. See what's that, that'll do. Oh, so yeah, bloody, it's been about a month, 3 weeks to a month, I think, since I went out for a ride. Last time was with Ian, and when we went down all that bloody red desert sand shit over at other side of the range here, 3 chain road, sedan area kind of thing. But the fucking radio's going again. Oh my god, that bloody app, Cardo Pack Talk thing, the radio turns on by itself. Anyway, it's got a lot of battery power, so it should last a while. But yeah, I thought, well, it's not going to rain today, so it's just going to be cloudy. So I thought, yep, better get out there. I had to re-register the bike. It went out of rego. Still had a full tank of gas in it. Basically, I only did about 80 k's on it of unleaded premium. Still nice and fresh. And able to start up first time, no worries. Oh, here we go. I think we're boiling. We are boiled. Alrighty. So, let's get this thing cranking. Alright. Bloody lovely. Let's let that, actually that'll probably do it, mate. Right, just tip that into there. But anyway, first decent ride in a while. Been trying to find as many dirt roads as I can. Done a couple of nice ones. And then I was driving past here, which is the Mount Crawford Forest, and I've seen the gate open for the road. I'm like, fuck yeah, because I'd never been in here. So I needed to find a spot to do my billy and, you know, all that sort of shit. So yeah, I thought I'd just stop here and pull up a pew and give us a bit of a look around. So yeah, I just come in off that little track there. The signs do say, you know, to stay on the roads, not to go off the tracks and whatnot, but I thought, well, you know, couldn't find any picnic benches around the place, and yeah, just here looked like it had been used before for this kind of thing, so why not? The old Quacker's going alright. It's a little bit muddy, not too much, but it's actually probably going to end up being cleaner today than it is on those dry dusty days, because there's no dry dust on it. Like, I'm riding everywhere and there's no dust, so it's great. That's what the latest lot of rain that we've been having has done for us. So yeah, righto guys. So just had my noodles, bloody lovely, chicken and prawn noodles from Audi. Nothing but the best. Getting on to my Clow has to alcoholic free lager. Oh, there we go. So yeah, bloody it's a really nice day out here. A little bit of cloud, a little bit of blue sky over there. So yeah, it's all good, man. Oh, it's fucking such a nice beer, man. I'm telling you, boys, you don't need alcohol to drink beer, all right? Just have a crack. Things like this, you don't want to be drinking alcohol when you're riding. That's just a stupid idea. And, you know, if you want to just not drink, you don't have to. You can drink, well, drink, but don't get drunk. So I've been drinking a lot of this lately, looking for a lot of it lately, because of just alcohol's not agreeing with me much these days. You know, it fucks up my sleep. Also, just the effects of it. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me much anymore, man. So yeah, just finding exercising is good. And I must be getting endorphins, you know, getting high off of that shit, perhaps, who knows. But the flavour of it, I'm still loving the flavour of beer. Like, beer flavour is something that I really like. So I'm not going to drink Coke just because I want a soft drink, you know what I mean? You can stick that at your ass. So, yeah, happy to have this stuff. What I really want to see here, though, is some alcoholic-free, well, no alcohol, NAs, as they call them, IPAs and, you know, porters and stouts. In America and the UK, that shit is off the charts. There's a company called Athletic Brewing in Connecticut, and they make all sorts of beers, man. Big, bold craft beers that have just got no alcohol in them, and I want to get some of that. So I've been emailing a few distributors and suppliers here, and even had a chat with a guy from one of our larger craft breweries here, who in fact said to me that they're in the process of designing some recipes for a no alcohol beer. So it'd be good to see if that comes on the market, and if they do, maybe everyone else will jump on the bandwagon, because they're a pretty big player here now. I'm not going to mention any names just yet, but yeah, like I'd really love to have a non-alcoholic fucking IPA that you could just smash down, get the same flavour, and just, and then get on the bike and still ride. You know, like how good is that? And in cans too, because all we can get is these bloody bottles. Although Hollandia, you can get Hollandia cans. It's not too bad. It's about $39 a carton. It's a little bit sweet, but it's all right. It's okay. It's better than Cooper's Birrell, if you remember that Birrell stuff, that non-alcoholic beer that they make. Yes, like these things are far above those in the flavour fields. So yeah. Anyway, enough jibber jabbering. Once I finish this beer, I'll pack up all my crap down here. Everything's coming home, mate. Don't worry. Don't leave any rubbish behind. And yeah, should be on our way. Ta-da.
Yeah, so I took a little winding road out of the forest, which was quite nice, but we've sort of seen enough of that kind of thing today, so I thought I'd just play this last little section here of Mount Crawford Forest area, or sort of back in behind it, which ended up being quite a nice track. Like a fire track kind of thing, you know, a little bit more rutted and a little bit more technical than I've had today. Basically, we could say. I mean, it's nothing too technical, but it's yeah, it's quite good nonetheless. So just got this car up ahead. Once again, it's another small blue car. I think this car thing is just like following ahead of me the whole time to either do a documentary on me, or you know, just to be a fucking pain in my ass. I'm not quite sure, but anyway. Let you enjoy the tune and some of the footage. Finally, the blue car has turned right once again, and we head down to a fire track, I guess you could call it. It doesn't look like it's too frequented by sedan vehicles, so it looks something that the KLR is quite capable of, though. So we'll continue on meandering. Yeah, so anyway, I was glad I came back through here because that track was quite good. It was nice and steep, and there was a little bit of loose stuff, and it was a little bit of ruddy stuff. It wasn't too technical, but it was probably the most technical of the afternoon. And yeah, it was refreshing, basically, to not just ride a simple dirt road. Anyway, we're going to leave it here, and I want to thank you guys for watching. If you've made it this far, just gone half an hour, so we're nearly 32 minutes. So it's not that long. Anyway, if you do like this kind of stuff, mate, make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Or if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Leave me some comments below if you want about whatever you want, and I'll be sure to reply. So other than that, man, enjoy your weekend, and yeah, peace out, Brussels sprout.